Hi everybody, today I thought we would talk about professional talk in therapy and counseling, and this has been inspired by a wonderful article by New Zealand-based family therapist, supervisor, educator Janella Bird, and she wrote an article for the journal Power and Politics called Talking Amongst Ourselves. I just actually reread it recently. I'd read it a long time ago, really loved it, and it actually inspired me back then, and I'll share some of the ideas about how it did. But Janella Bird makes the argument that there are two dialogues in therapeutic conversations. The first is a dialogue between the therapist and the client, and the second is the interpretation of the dialogue by the therapist. And this is what she deems as professional talk. And she goes on in this article to kind of look at the effects that this kind of talk can have on the therapeutic relationship, etc., and offers some ideas about. Well, it talks about the what the potential pitfalls for professional talk are, and that includes that it exposes the potential for client abuse. It allows therapists to forget that they have the power of expert status in the work that they're doing. It creates power imbalances in the work. The client is not there to hear these second conversations often, thereby expanding the possibility for misunderstanding in various ways. It regulates the clients that seek our help to an other status, thereby objectifying them in various ways. And you'll see this a lot now. I'm seeing it kind of alarmingly in the Instagram therapy that's going on. I know. And then, of course, sometimes, we unknowingly disrespect our clients in various ways when we're having these kinds of second conversations that involve professional talk. So what are the ways that we can assist ourselves in not participating in professional talk? Well, the one thing that I've carried with me, I think, since I originally read the article, was the idea that when talking at any time, imagine your client is present. That means in group supervision or with a supervisor or in other professional settings. Would it be okay if this person that is seeking your help was privy to this conversation you were having about them? And whenever I hold that close, it really grounds me in the way that I want to, and it's how I really want to be or talk about the people that I work with in that way. So, and of course, don't gossip with your colleagues about your client. And Janella Bird also says that we don't disregard our disrespectful thoughts. We are going to have them. That's just kind of what shows up for us in various ways, right? But we don't disregard these thoughts, but they are information. They're information about the client. They're information about me as a therapist. They're information it's information that can be used in various ways about, like, the self of the therapist work, what's going on with me that I'm having these kinds of responses with my client, what's going on with my client, that it seems like the work isn't going so well, and with always the eye that, at least the way that I work, is always the eye that if the work's not going well, I have not asked the right question yet. So other ways of doing it, when writing notes in session, make them available to the client. We do this at California Family Institute. If the clients want the notes, they can have the notes. When writing to other professionals, we write them in collaboration with the client. That's always my preference. I've written many letters to courts, etc., that carried the words of in collaboration, but carried the words of what my clients wanted these people to know in them. When contacting other professionals, consult with clients. Consult with your client if that's going to be happening. Don't try to keep it out of secrecy as much as possible. And when reading books and articles, always look at them with a critical eye. Do they include a lot of professional talk that objectify folks in various ways? So those are some of the ways that you can challenge professional talk in our world. Some other ways, when you go to even the institutions you are in, either they be agencies or you're going to workshops or conferences, when you begin, it can be very revolutionary if you begin to challenge the way the professional talk that's going on in these settings. And of course, I think the most recent, what you're seeing nowadays in social media, there's a lot of professional talk. I think it's there's a good intention behind it, but what tends to happen is it's very deficit and pathological in various ways, followed up by a way selling of a course or something like that I'm going to help you. And I think we need to look a little more critically at what's happening in social media in regards to professional talk. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, like the video, whatever. I don't know what format this is going to be on, but I hope you found that helpful. And as always, I'm Dr. Chris Hoff. Thanks for watching.